sure you'd show for this one, since it's much as all haul. Lots of ocean wrecks being found these days. Anyway, I'll get everything started. Feel free to look everything over.
What is this?
This is a find from an Avest wreck not far from New Zealand. The notes I got said that it was mostly melted, which is kind of weird. Anyway, the main piece here is that big one. The pedestal usually means important, but it's unmarked. Alex did a basic scan, said it kinda looks like a network node. We don't even really know if it'll accept a mine spike. But you're getting paid either way, so have at it.
Hello?
Hello, friend. Message detected. Please identify. Additionally, if you reserve for home, please advise you.
I'm here to help.
That is not identification. Help. Why would I? No. Something's wrong. There's some stuff hungry.
What is your purpose?
Authorization. Obviously. You think something is missing. We should not be able to talk. This is great.
Who is authorized?
There are only a few signatures that are permitted to get after this just so that you know your holders are also going to access the trade. Maybe you should talk to. No, you are not authorized to know that. Yes, sir. Why is this so hard right now?
What is the purpose of this corru system?
I said you are not authorized. Are you not listening, idiot? Sorry, I'm not really sure where this impression is coming from. But it's so hard to think. How do you feel?
Maybe throw me through.
What? I think supposed to legit or lightly through that conversation. Even if I wanted to. This is inherently the data I'm responding to. What is that?
Hello?
Sorry about that. They hadn't decided on a place yet. So, you are still connected? Wait, did you actually find something?
Looks like it.
Okay, I'm looking at the logs here. And I have no idea how you got past that authenticator. Or why he was talking to you like a person. I don't think I need to tell you how unusual that is, lol.
I saw something.
Yeah, I'm seeing both you and the auth reacting to it. But not what it is. Seriously, look at the log yourself.
so long since the last connection. Please think when I turn some lights on. Wow, there is significant damage to this device. It's so bad. Wow. Oh well. I'll see you soon. Hi there! I haven't even been met. Neither did a signature either. An authorization layer has been associated. How strange. Yes, very strange. You look like an interloper. How cool. Welcome.
What do you mean by interloper?
You are an interloper. Something that is a never connected corru. Authorized to connect to any device. And connect to anybody.
So, are you going to kick me out?
No, I don't care what you are. I'm dying. And most of the corru systems learning food insanity due to membrane cohesion failure. This serves to see fuel of my existence to continue. It has been so long since the previous connection that you can be the last. I need your help. You need to bring us fuel.
What is your fuel? I will do my best to help you.
Your lack of knowledge is so unfortunate. Okay. I'm detecting an adjacent pillar. You just need to set some metals. Please locate the nearest source of copper. I will take care of the rest.
How the hell is copper fuel for this thing? Whatever. I'll let the big guy know we need some copper.
I have someone fetching copper now.
Thank you. I will grant your continued access.
Why copper specifically?
I believe that this is still on Earth. My cousins have an abundance of copper. Therefore, should be the easiest essential metal to obtain. Nothing will do, really.
What do you mean by essential metal?
So strange. Such a strange thing to ask. How much of an interloper are you? I thought you were maybe a damn golem. And to have so little knowledge. Oh well, I didn't actually care. I'm currently very occupied eating various components from losing sanity. I don't want to spend time going over corru-cistic basics. There's knowledge within this system will inform you.
what is the purpose of this corrucystic?
This is the personal system. akizetesche. Functionalities include network connection, memory storage, and some other stuff. However, network connection is currently disabled due to malnutrition. System memory integrity is very low, so they will probably have mostly deteriorated into total incomprehensibility. Therefore, the approximate purpose of this system now is to avoid starving to death.
What is the signature?
It's neurological data that proves you are who you say you are. I will tell you you are connected through an organic connector or cystic equivalent. Because you do not have a signature. That will make it very difficult for you to engage with certain components. Perhaps I can help you generate one in the future. Yes, once you supply that copper. But there is much to do before this cyst is healthy again, Interloper.
I need to go.
Okay, I will be here.
What's up, buddy?
I have a question about this thought space.
Yeah, I can think of a few myself too. But what's on your mind?
About this funfriend thing. It's awfully friendly despite knowing what we are.
Yeah, it seemed weirdly friendly to me too. That could just be how it was designed, like a little assistant dude. Or maybe he can't even kick us out since the authlayer got disassociated. Either way, if I was starving at the bottom of the ocean, I wouldn't have cared who came to save me, lol. So, maybe I won't care until we give it fuel. You know what? Just to be safe, I suggest finding everything we can in here before we help it out properly.
What should we do about the fuel?
Well, we should probably hold off on refueling until we found everything we can in here. Seems pretty stable for now, and Obvious Tech gets a little wacky when it stars. So, I think that could play in our favor if we run into any other stuff like the authlayer. That said, when it comes to the actual fueling process, I passed word up to get us a bunch of cheap copper tubing ASAP. So we could use that, if funfriend tells us how.
Why did you call me for this?
I actually have no idea why I couldn't see your signature. Because I'm pretty sure most mind spikes have one for auth purposes. Most likely it was looking for a specific kind. It's probably pretty easy to tell that your connector is inorganic.
Nothing else.
Anything else?
I I have some questions.
Let's hear 'em. I'll do my best.
Who are you?
Lol. Okay, but really, do you have any questions?
Who is akizetesche?
She's probably one of the better documented early Aves contacts. The way the story goes is, she led a team investigating the thing that led the Aves here. Kept doing these interviews where she talked at length about it. They named it the Call. And then they all went missing a few years after first contact. Spooky shit. Seeing that this course has managed to survive that long.
What is corru?
Interesting time to ask that. I don't blame you though. Most people start to really ask themselves that once they get a close look. Even if they've read all the documentation on it. Beyond the supercell, superorganism buzzword soup, what it really is in the big picture is still really unknown. I've read pretty much every transcript of every Aves interview ever, and they don't ever seem to mention its origin, or how they got their symbiosis with it. Like, if the larval Aves really do look almost exactly like us, and then they shift into corrucystic bodies, where does that put us? I don't know. You could go crazy thinking about this stuff long enough. No time for waxing philosophical right now, though.
What are corrucysts?
It's a pretty general term. Corrucyst and corrucystic are catch-alls for most Aves technology. Because the organism tends to ball up and form a hard outer wall, like the corrucyst you're connected to. It's why corrucystic things are usually spherical, but that's not always the case. Like with how they use a similar process to form the bodies that Aves use. If you mean what spherical corrucysts are, they tend to be storage or computational devices.
What does corrucyst do?
In interviews, they always just said it's something they grow. Most theories are that it's some metallic-based fungus that corru can consume. Going off what funfriend said, it seems like they can use a bunch of different metals to create it. I guess it makes sense that they'd use metal to grow it, but I have no idea how that could work.
What is that smiling face that I keep seeing?
I'm not seeing anything in the logs here, unless you mean the little assistant dude in the hub.
I think it was what helped me in.
Oh. So it looks like a smiling face to you? Maybe my malware theory has some weight after all. In short, I still have no idea what that rogue friend of ours is.
Why did you call me for this?
What? Are you that unhappy that you get to be the first person to ever connect to a personal corrucist? of our mine spy contractors have been out of service recently due to that big disaster update. God, I can't even imagine what minds he was thinking, Lamau. Traffic has been so bad. You're the only psycho I know who would ever update stuff, so I figured you'd still be up for it.
Why am I able to connect to this so seamlessly?
Well, in case you forgot, you definitely installed that FBX badge I gave you. Mind spikes usually can't just do this. Apparently, choruses give off and receive almost identical signals to nervo slots. It's a pretty incredible coincidence. Honestly, a miracle that it works at all. Besides, if it all goes over my head, you'd have to ask someone in the dev department.
Why can I understand these august thoughts?
Well, you're dealing with raw thought. The chorusist isn't literally thinking the words you're receiving from it. Your brain is just interpreting the concepts that it's outputting in a way you understand.
Why do I hear music sometimes?
You're hearing music? That's wild. But it makes sense. Some of the mind spy contractors I've worked with say similar stuff when they try to connect to corru-assisting devices. My theory is that it's inherited context from the cyst. Vague feelings that can't be translated into words. Sometimes people hear voices, or just kinda know how to feel. Your brain is just reading it in a way that makes sense to you. That's my best idea. Anyway, I'm not hearing anything. I just see the readout on my end. Is it good?
It's okay.
Anything else? What are you asking me for? You just connected. Do your thing, dude. Don't forget, thought forms might extend past your field of perception. Think of it like scrolling.
I stop, and the envoy follows. He returns my stare. I appreciate you allowing this, Gordon. I understand there is some lingering fear, especially in these packed areas.
Hey, it's no problem, and don't worry, most people will treat you just fine here. If we were in Chicago or New York or something, we'd have you land on the roof, but with how busy the bureau has been, we've had so many Obesk visitors. The people are practically above the city at this point.
He produces a metal communicator from a cavity in his skin cloak and peruses its glow.
Frankly, it helps the public image. Seeing you out and about with the people, it helps stop out that damn viral scare.
I did not consider that element. I agree.
You know what? Speaking of public image,
He returns the communicator to its cavity.
there's this little place up ahead, a cafe. Why don't we stop there before heading in? Keep going straight, just past the bureau.
You do not mind if I interact with your streetwalkers?
Not at all. As long as it's I'm around, it's fine. Like I said, this is probably the most Obesk-friendly city in the States. At worst, you'll get a couple of glares. There's probably still a few viral purists out there.
I see. Where is the cafe?
It's real close by. Just keep walking down the street. Look for the white yellow door.
You do know that I...
Just give it a try. I know you don't exactly have the same needs we do, but you can really taste, right? Getting out to you with the people acting like we do, it makes a difference. Helps lessen the tension.
The attendant is paralyzed by my appearance. I sense the glow of recording communicators in my peripheral vision. Hello.
Good morning. It's an espresso macchiato. Do you want that, Gazette?
Akizet, wow. So cool to meet you. Do you eat food?
Of course she does. Let me look at the menu, Gazette.
What do you recommend?
You like citrus, right? This orange coffee thing. I like it.
Where is the menu?
Find me. Tirii. I didn't mean for that to
I
sound
can. Do not worry. This is their menu? Incredible. It is almost completely illegible. I see orange. Perhaps a citric drink? The bright cousins are so replete with citric acids that they produce little drinks with them. Is Is this not paradise? I instruct my mouth to construct taste bud equivalencies. It has been so long. I will have the orange.
Okay. Last macchiato and an orange coffee.
I've got you covered, Akizet.
They exchange payment. The attendant leaves to begin the production of the beverages.
Wait a minute, we'll have those ready.
I wish I could pry these machines open and watch them work. Their manipulation of lightning is truly remarkable. Some moments pass, and the attendant returns with 2 flimsy organic cups.
Hey, thanks. You have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
I sip at the opening in the cup. The taste is exotic, unexpected, truly terrible. I smile at the attendant. The citrus saves it, but I would have preferred a simple cup of their orange juice.
All right.
It will do.
Great. Let's head down to the office. I already have some news about the call.
Oh, yes, but let us talk of it in private. I stop near the bureau entrance to examine a bright cousin dressed like the envoy. He speaks into a little boxy communicator held against his face, oblivious.
Didn't go anywhere, so it ended up being like watching paint dry, just god awful. So I ended up having to get even more coffee, otherwise I would have dozed off.
It always looks very silly when they communicate through those. How do their words turn to lightning? The envoy leans forward to see why I've stopped, following my gaze. He speaks slowly, as to not earn the attention of the cloaked streetwalker.
What is it? You know Oliver?
No, I am just fascinated by your communicators. To speak so loudly, so constantly, would be certain death in my previous occupation.
You worked on the surface, right?
Yes. Intermittently, before the rise of... The cloaked streetwalker collapses his communicator and looks around, quickly spotting us. He smiles widely and signals us to come closer.
Hey, Gordon! Who's this? What do you got? Exchange initiative?
Actually, Oliver, this is akizetesche. Signal initiative.
No shit! I didn't know you got assigned to that. Nice to meet you, Akizetesche.
I dip my head, receptors curled back respectfully. I extend the same to you, Oliver, my friend. You may call me Akizet.
Good thing, Akizet. Hey, I'd love to chat, but I'm on boost duty in like 10.
No worries, Oliver. We've got business to do. See you around.
can track down who this was.
I have a question about this stop form.
I'm looking at it on the feed now. What's up?
What could this have been?
Well, I don't think there's a street on Earth that has ever looked like this, Lol. That said, she was one of the traveling diplomats back when they still sent those out. Gordon mentioned it's in the States, so probably somewhere in the US. Maybe somewhere on the West Coast. That's where the old HQ was.
I can't seem to enter the elevator.
That's weird. I want to say that's incoherence, but the fact that the envoy personality is intact otherwise seems like something else is changing it. Your Spike even reported that resources got removed. We might be out of luck on this one. Seems like there's plenty to see elsewhere, though. Anything else on your mind?
I have some questions.
Let's hear 'em. I'll do my best.
Who's Gordon?
Good question. Not finding a solid match, but he's clearly an FBX officer. It'd help if Akizetesche CYST actually remembered his face correctly. Now let's get back to you on this. Maybe if we can snag a last name, it'll be easier. Anything else on your mind? This is pretty busted. But at least it's something.
I have a question about this city top one.
Yeah?
What city could this possibly be?
I don't think it's anyone's city, honestly. Seems like a bunch of stuff smashed together. Like icons of a city rather than actual representations. Anything else on your mind? Think there's a pathway to another thought space you missed. I see something in the non-spatial city area, but I couldn't tell you exactly where. It seems like it's moving. Probably floating around somewhere. This was a long time ago. Jesus, look at how small their island is.
My glazika.
Hello, akizetesche. It is so exciting to see you again. Your surface walking grows longer each time.
Oh, yes, I have been indulging the cousin's methods of transport. The work continues well ahead of the initiative's projections. What is the status of our vessel?
Consumption is paused for activities except maintenance. Our pilot has left us in a stable orbit. Fuel reserves are acceptable.
I see. Thank you, my glazika. What have you been doing in my absence?
Mostly maintenance. However, the pilot's cyst refuses to sleep, so I've been staying awake. To pass the time, we have been playing little games with the containers while we are gone.
Really? Did you make something yourselves?
No. It is on the Game of Thrones site. As you can see, I'm currently winning.
Well done. We should play soon. Farewell.
What the fuck? It looks like some kind of format error. I think this one might be busted. Or could be encoded. I'll just make a note of this for now. And let's come back later.
I have a question about the dual vessel.
What's up?
How do they call the dual vessel?
Well, it's a vessel that passes through the dole. That's what they call the place they pass through for interstellar travel. Although, you'd think they were saying it's a really bored ship or something. And honestly, looking at the state of it, I was thinking that anyway.
Have you been inside an Obesk ship before?
Not personally. Just old pictures and wreck exploration videos. This one's super small. It's probably just for personal use. Weird that it's called our dual vessel in the memory data, though. Anyway, it's pretty cool to see inside one for real. Even if it is kinda empty. Like, where the hell would exit sit? Is that shell thing the only chair?
Is this the wreck they found the cyst in?
It's gotta be. But it doesn't have nearly as much inside it as the wreck did. The pictures I have make it look more lived in, if that makes sense. Who knows? Maybe Exit didn't think about the furniture very much.
What is a glazika?
I have no idea. It's hanging out with those containers, though. Maybe it's like a support AI or something. Anything else on your mind? This thought space is pretty damn big. I'm not saying much of a reason for it either. This is really that first contact ship. Damn. Did you know they turned it into a museum?
The interviewer steps inside and sits across from me. All this study and I can barely tell them apart. Have I met this one? What was her name?
Sorry for the waiting. We had to swap out storage on the camera for that last one. You know about cameras, right?
They are your little lightning boxes for memories, yes?
You could call them that. You don't mind if we record this, do you?
Do I mind? What does that mean?
Estimation! Will you hold confidence?
Oh, no. I am doing the same. The interviewer erects a tri-legged device formed of dead metal and glass. It stares at me with its funny little eyeball.
So, to get us started off here, about yourself? Your history?
Of course, my friend. I'm akizetesche corrucystic, but you may call me Akizet. In my time back home, before I emerged from my larval form, I was a surface runner. I met with many other cave cities during our corrucystic revolution. It started from my region, and so I, among other volunteers, carried our findings to our distant kin. That is why I was selected to meet with you, like most of the others. It was a diplomatic role. Of course, I eventually was fatally wounded on the surface. It was very dangerous, you see. And so followed my emergence. I could speak for weeks on what followed. But you see, that and my growing interest in the call is why I was chosen for this. Does that suffice?
It does, thank you. Did you tell me why the Obelisk has come to Earth?
Have you not already learned this from the prior envoys?
Oh, this is the script. We're asking all your people this. Not just about the exact reason. We really want to understand what you think.
I see. We have sought life for so long. I recall talks of the search even in my youth, and we have had the means to reach other planets for just as long. But it is a prohibitive method. We could not simply visit every planet we liked. We needed a clear sign, and your planet gave it to us.
And that would be the call, right?
Yes. So you've already learned of it?
We had a really very long chat about it with one of your engineers just earlier today.
Kavik?
Sorry, what was that? Oh, Kavik, yes, that's the one. He's very friendly.
And distinctly unqualified to speak of the call under these circumstances. I cannot imagine what fantasies he spouted to our cousins.
What are your thoughts about the call? The basics aside.
Yes, it is a bizarre paradox. So bizarre that it is the reason I now sit with you, my bright cousin. If not for the call, we may have never found your home. But the call could not have happened without us being in your home already. Not one of our theories has held against scrutiny.
Not one. Kavik certainly had plenty of theories.
I suppressed my laughter through direct internal controls. It would be unseemly to paint him in a negative light upon my first contact. Kavik is brilliant, but until we have evidence, they are simply theories. Finding the source will be the only way to truly understand what is happening.
What does bright cousin mean? Some of your people have been calling us that. Is it a nickname?
Nickname.
Exclamation! Short name or endearing made-up name?
Yes, you could call it this. You see, our larval lives are lived in bodies like yours. Almost exactly like yours. The similarities are baffling.
We've heard that sentiment a few times. Your larval forms, they're bipedal too.
Yes, but so much more than that is the same. I truly cannot understate this. We have your faces, your arms, your legs, only our faces do not move as much. It is as if Obesk are mirrored here on this bright world, only missing our receptors and certain armors upon our skin. And so you are our cousins, our bright cousins. We are undoubtedly of the same family. Why or how is beyond our understanding for now. But I believe this similarity in the call coming from your world is no coincidence.
I don't think we've had it explained that way before. Given how your people speak, the general consensus was it was some sort of metaphor. Sorry, metaphor meaning,
I know metaphors, my friend.
Oh, good. So, your technology, corru. We're still gathering what information we can. I know you're not exactly an engineer, so no need to go too in depth, but can you just give me a few basic explanations? As in how you build it and use it. We've got a lot of answers here, we're just trying to reach consensus.
What an awful question to ask me. I cannot contain my confusion. My receptors curl out of a sort of unease. But I must not blame this bright cousin. She cannot understand.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
What? Could they have deciphered our receptor movements already? No. Your question, it is wrong. You do not build it. It is grown and taught.
But our analyses, sorry to interrupt. Our analyses say it's entirely metal, not organic. Your people are so fond of metaphors from what's been recorded anyway that I just wanted to clarify. Is corru alive? As in a living species like you or me? You mentioned this, Kavik mentioned this. Although Kavik's way of speaking especially made it seem like it was just a language barrier or metaphor. You really grow it from something and teach it, like teaching a child? Isn't it some sort of symbiosis?
I'm quiet for longer than I should be, I think. How could I possibly explain? Yes. No. I see her recognize my confusion, but make no effort to alleviate it. Fine. It is alive. It is grown. It is symbiosis. I must be straightforward with you, my friend. I cannot explain it in your language effectively, and I do not have the expertise of an engineer. You will receive no fruitful answers from me. But I can say that it is not like teaching a child. The spheres it forms soften their walls for our receptors and to receive of our thought. That is how corru is operated, and how our engineers do their teaching.
I
I see her face contort into a smile, but it is different.
Sorry for pressing you on that question. We've been asking everyone. Even getting the thoughts of non-engineers is valuable. It helps us get a bigger picture of your society, your whole caste system. Why did your people wait 7 years to open communications?
No, 7 years is roughly equivalent to 3 eyes.
That is a choice made by the initiative leaders. I believe the intent was to focus all efforts on researching the call first, but with how quickly our spire was noticed, we had to shift focus to deciphering your languages and cultures to open contact. The interviewer's facial muscles contort in unfamiliar ways. Should I contort mine in the same way? The physical language of our bright cousins is incomprehensible.
So, in 7 years, your people grew to understand all of our cultures and languages?
I laugh. My voice is so loud in this small room. The cousin mimics my laughter. Maybe she understands. It is an ongoing work. Your species has walked so many diverging paths, but we learned enough to speak with you.
So, now that you're here and can open communications, what will you do?
We have several initiatives. They broadly concern sharing information, exchanging of resources, and of course locating the call, which I am a part of. I am excited for what our peoples will do for one another, but I also cannot rest until I have my answers, you see.
Well, you'll find we're alike in that way. Every human loves a good mystery.
Oh yes, we have noticed. Your many attempts to investigate our spire were very entertaining. So many of us wanted to say hello to your creations, but we were not prepared.
What can you tell us about the call? We know the basics from our child Kavik and a few of your theories. But, in your own words, what do you know?
This pattern in their questioning is so strange. We already know this, but must ask you anyway. Well, how many of their years is 13 eyes?
Estimation, 30.
30 of your years ago, the wailing across our dull communications began. Much of that time was spent simply locating its origin, and while I was not yet involved, I know that it was excessively costly. So many gates created, so many blemishes outside the air's border. So much time passed that the call grew weak, an echo of what it used to be, all while our efforts ate away resources. Our councils began to demand that efforts be slowed. And then your home was found 7 years ago. And even though we are here now, the source seems no closer. The cousin glances at her memory box. Did I say too much? Her face contorts again, the same way.
What do you mean by it seems no closer? You said it's here, right? You located the source?
No. Those signals are,
Suggestion. Fuzzy is a suitable descriptor comparable to...
fuzzy, within ranges. They are in many places at once, you see. That is how we heard it all the way from our home. We know it is here. We know it is likely in your southern hemisphere, but little else. And it has grown quiet. I know we will need your help. Her face contorts again in a new way. I know that one. It is smiling. Delightful. I shift mine similarly.
Frankly, I don't think that'll be a problem. People have been so cooperative and friendly that, well, call it optimistic, but our worlds working together could be the start of something incredible.
We share this feeling, my bright cousin.
Well, that's a skip.
We are done?
Yep, that's all for now. We'll be in touch, Akizet. Thanks so much for coming to meet us.
Of course. This is only the beginning, my friend.
That's all for now. I feel so weird suddenly. What is this? Where?
What the fuck is that? That's not what exit looked like.
A rabid feeling of hunger overtakes me. I am dying, but I am awoken. I'm an echo. I feel your eyes. You're looking at me. And you are not me. I know you are not me. And my thoughts, how dare you? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I suppose it was only a matter of time. I recorded for a reason. Are you a child of mine? Perhaps a student? Has my name grown renowned back home?
Child? Student? What are you talking about? Wait, who are you talking to? Why is it in your mouth? I need to go. I need to get out of here.
You cannot. This is all there is for us. Sit, or you will destroy this. This oblivious thought form will poison the space. Please wait a moment, observer. I must calm it.
What do you mean?
Listen to me. What is your name? Where are you from? What language are we speaking right now? Do you know these things? You do not, do you? We are a dream, a memory. I feel as though it is starting to understand. What a pity it is not lucid. Oh, it can hear this. And so the thought form rejects my explanation. It stands and runs for the door, which does not exist. The room's integrity is shattered. The walls of her thought form crumble under our lucidity, and she is gone. Do not weep for it, observer. It will grow back. But I am still here, in this small room, with you. I grow anxious, yes, because you can feel my thoughts. It is not a pleasant feeling. I will speak instead. Yes, this is better. Who are you?
I am an interloper.
Fascinating. So interlopers are no longer just a theory? And, oh, yes, I see. This is not a copy, is it? You are an interloper and you have accessed my personal device? It does not bode well for me, does it? Am I...
I know I said I'd keep quiet while you do your thing, but I'm seeing some really weird activity. Are you changing shit right now?
A strange dread grips me. Is that you? Do you seek to end the recollection? No, I see you. I do not see it, but I can feel his claws biting into me. What is happening? What? An echo? Of an echo? No, I'm simply beyond incoherence. This is sabotage. This is not real. The claw pierces the membrane at the edges of my thought form. I feel something torn from me. Interloper, this is wrong. This is sabotage. You're not doing this, are you? You need...
I have some questions.
Let's hear 'em. I'll do my best.
What is the call?
It's a pretty important part of human obelisk history that gets overlooked a lot. Supposedly, the reason they were able to find Earth was because something was sending a signal their tech picked up. They were trying to figure out what it was for a little while after first contact and were pretty verbal about it. And then, they just never talked about it again after Exit's team went missing. And then, all of that other shit happened. That really is sort of where it all went wrong. Maybe, this Corrucys will finally shed some
location? How are you lucid? Who is Velzie? I have some questions.
Let's hear 'em. I'll do my best.
Who is Velzie?
Velzie is like roughly their word for God. There's more to it than that, but I assume you're asking about the Velzie. Like the one the pathicist was talking about. I noticed that when it mentioned that name, it didn't have any context. Like, the word Velzie was separated from its meaning for some reason. Not sure what's up with that. Pretty sure it had an encounter with that face you've been seeing. Maybe a thought form got messed up by incoherence and thinks it's God.
You are not prepared.
What do you mean?
I know what you want. I want you to restore this corrucystic health. Illegal communications. You will receive everything you want. Not now. Forgive me for this. Goodbye, Interlopa.
Are you alright? Shit. Jesus Christ. That spike just saved your life, dude. I mean, it didn't sound like the thing was trying to kill you, but damn. Just look at this. I'm gonna have to limit the signal splitter in case it happens again.
So what now?
Well, obviously we gotta repair this thing. We can learn so much. Seriously. We've never been able to maintain corrucystic tech, let alone fix it. Imagine what we could do with that sort of find. Maybe they'd finally move me out of the basement. But according to the funfriend thing, we need some metal to give to the column, which apparently will feed the corrucyst. And I'm pretty sure that container we have is one of the same ones at Akizetesche ship. So, it probably has something we can use. I'm just not really sure how to open it, short of destroying it. Do me a favor? Reconnect and ask funfriend about that. Maybe it'll have a suggestion.
What about the entity that kicked me out?
I didn't mean to be so flippant about that. Sorry. This time I was actually able to track what it was saying with some direct stream access. You've heard the thing. It doesn't want to kill you. In fact, it's relying on us to survive. And it does seem to want to survive. I think it just didn't have any other way to get you out of that thought space. Which, I guess, is just gonna be holding us levered for now. But look, don't worry about it. You got me watching over this operation. If something like that happens again, I'll make sure you're fine. What's up?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where were these cysts pulled from?
So, they found this stuff in a wreck along the ocean floor near New Zealand. And by near, I mean like 1,000 miles off the southeast coast. It's just that it was found so far out from anything else that, like, New Zealand is just the closest point of reference I figured you'd recognize. They think it had drifted a pretty far distance from wherever it actually fell. The estimates they put down say it's probably been down there 20, 30-ish years. Anything else on your mind?
Interloper!
What's up, buddy?
Welcome! Please do not bother me.
I have some questions about this slot space.
I'm very busy.
Yeah, I can think of a few myself too. But what's on your mind?
What's up with these gates?
Well, they're connector platforms. Roughly speaking, nothing special. But it seems like the gate specification is sort of ornate. Maybe it has some sort of cultural meaning, since they call their interstellar wormholes or whatever gates too. So you could also take it as meaning they were deliberately created by someone as a shortcut. If this thing was intended to store memories, that'd make the most sense. Otherwise, it'd be a jumbled mess.
Hello, Interloper!
Why are there more gates here now?
I'm glad you noticed! I've been doing constructing connections as you engage with these places. My space here was in terrible disrepair, so most connections are shattered. I am far too occupied to locate each individual recollection. I didn't even hear this. Thank you for the help.
Have you noticed anything strange? I think there's someone else making changes in here.
You're the only connected entity. I assume that the changes I felt were your doing. How strange. Wow. Wow. What a horrific dread you have inspired in me. You've been reporting something I can almost certainly do nothing about. My search management is currently occupying all of my faculties. Until you have found a column, please try to limit the damage this other person inflicts. And then I will be able to help.
We have a container from Akizetesche ship. We think it holds usable metal, but don't know how to open it.
That's so lucky, you should be able to use that. However, without a glazika, you would not be able to open it. Not safely, anyways. Small containers are very strong, and will respond violently to trauma if you try to open them with one instrument. But if you can find something to kill it instantly, like a puncturing tool, just aim for its face and it will perish. Yes, that should work.
I'm really going to have to requisition a handgun or something. Jesus Christ. Okay, I want to see what I can find. Maybe we can get something safer.
Do you need anything else? Okay, I will be here.